is Maritza, or Mari. It is Latin, I think, for something to do with water. I googled it and found it. So I went from Maritza to Mari because Maritza is kind of hard to pronounce and also hard to spell, so I changed it to Mari. The tail that I use is silicone and neoprene hybrid tail from Finfolk Productions. It's a professional quality tail, and it's really cool. Me and my friend, we did swimming lessons together, and we used to swim as mermaids and pretend we could hold our breath for like a really long time. And like that was kind of the start of it, and then I started like watching YouTube videos of people swimming like them, and I was like, oh, I could have a tail, and then I convinced my mum to let me get a tail, and that's where I started. There was a time in Queensland, I was swimming around in my first fabric tail, which was like this one, except it was blue, and there were 3 little girls, I think, and I just popped up out of the ocean, and they were screaming along the beach. They're going, "Here, mermaid! Come here, mermaid!" And I swam up to them and I talked to them, and they were like, "Do you know Ariel?" I was like, "Yeah, she's cool." And that was really cool, and I gave them some shells to keep, and then I said I had to go because the water was really cold, so I swam off and I dove down and I pulled my tail off under the water so they wouldn't see me taking it off, and I gave it to my cousins I was with, and then I ran out of the water so they couldn't see me. That was really cool. I think the thing about being a good or successful mermaid is knowing why you do it. If it's to make people smile or if it's about ocean conservation, like, you need to know why you're doing it. Like, if you don't, then you're just a person swimming around looking like a weirdo. But I think the positive vibes that go into it come from why you want to do it. I try to explain as best as I can. It's an entertainment. Most people can understand that people do things to make other people happy, and it's just something like that. And if people think it's weird, or like, you know, there's not a whole lot you can do to change some people's opinions. You can educate them and give them the facts, but ultimately some people just believe that it's not good. I've had some funny looks, but never mean comments to my face. Some things on like online, like YouTube and Instagram, people are confused, and confusion makes them angry. But I've known a lot of like bigger professional mermaids who've been on interviews like on TV and stuff, and the hate is incredible. People say, you know, like, you're a land whale, and you know, you've got mental disabilities, and you're not doing anything with your life, and it's ridiculous. Because they're just people being healthy and getting outside and doing something that they love, and there is nothing wrong with that. There is tons around the world. The biggest communities are probably Australia, the US, and some parts of Asia, like Singapore. It's really big there. But here, I haven't found any other mermaids in the state. I've convinced some of my friends to give it a go, but I haven't found any myself. But I've got my own little pod on the mainland, and there's tons in Australia, and there's so many. Like, we've got conventions around the world now, and it's really starting to be a big thing. Yeah, there is one at the moment in Western Australia called Mercon, which I am attending this year. It's going to be great. I think they're estimating hopefully maybe around like 200-ish people. Hopefully anyway. This is only the 2nd year it's being held, so it should be really, really awesome, and I'm very excited for that. The looks on people's faces, whether it's kids or adults, like, people are either so confused or they're like, whoa, that's so cool. Like, I think that's the best, is just people's reactions, because, I don't know, it's just something about, like, being a fantasy creature and people seeing that and they're like, whoa, that's a thing that can be real. It's pretty cool. That was a leech on me, but it was a little snail.
Leech!
It was a